We'll start recording now, so don't say anything you don't want to be put on the internet. And let's just give folks 1 more minute or something like that to join. You don't have edit rights. Okay, never mind. So 7 people. Yeah, let's just get started. Lucas just wrote to me that he will not be joining. He is in school, of course. Now that he starts university, I guess he has to attend school. Not that he needed, but anyways. Yeah, so I think we have a quite short agenda for today. I'll just do a quick update. And then Oliver has put in an agenda item for the Cloud Native Nordics website sketches, which I'm looking forward to see what that is. But yeah, just a short update from since last time. Last week I was at the ambassador meeting. The Cloud Native Computing Foundation ambassadors has this monthly call, and we were presenting Cloud Native Nordics at this call last Thursday. And got a lot of cool feedback, and I think a lot of people are sort of looking at our way of basically doing everything as code for meetups, and they thought this was cool. And yeah, hopefully more people are hopefully gonna take the meetups generation and all of that and use it for other places as well. So I think that's a really nice validation of what we are doing right now. Also, I'm not sure if Jeb is here, but he put up sort of the state of the website and the stats API on this URL link you see here. And just go quickly browse it. It was just to have it online somewhere. I'm not sure where this ends. I guess Oliver also has some things to add to this, but this is just the state of where everything is right now. The different groups, speakers. I think Jeppe also presented this last time. So if you know anyone that sort of has any front end experience, stuff like that, please point them to the website repo and have them help out and make this look nice and work really well. Because I think that's
the only thing I could think about this page is that so the images that are uploaded are done it, I think, in order to be on a white background. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
So I think that maybe if we just change this, the company sites to have a white background instead, I think it might be different.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I see like 4 right there that might not work out that well with a white background.
I think it should be fairly easy, but yeah, we should sort of align on one color as a background and sort of have either dark logo or light logo, depending on the background.
Yeah, so I think in the templates it's mentioned like white logo or something like that.
Oh, okay. So we actually stated that somewhere. Okay. We should of course.
It's a variable name something.
Yeah, because I think the first iteration that Lucas did on the company's page was with a white background and dark logo, so that would make sense. So we should just change that. If somebody knows how to do that, please do it. I'm not a CSS front-end guy at all, but yeah. So if you know anybody, please point them to this repo and let's start discussion on how we can make this even better and yeah, make it more usable so that we can actually start to put it out there and get companies to actually see some value in the logo being here on this page. And yeah, I think that's somebody.
Did we scrape the internet for logos, or did all of these actually contribute something?
All of these companies actually contributed stuff, and now I can't click go away.
Well, I have scraped some of the logos into the meetup YAML file. So
yeah, me too.
So.
But yeah, I think all companies listed here are companies that in one way or the other sort of contributed to to one of our meetup groups in some way, by either sponsoring food or providing venues or providing speakers across all the Nordic countries right now. So yeah, I don't think I have much other news than this. It's been a busy month. So I think I'll just pass it on to you, Oliver. I will
Yes.
do you need to share a screen or?
Well, and you could open that link. So.
Oh, look, yeah, that's a good idea.
So I contacted my friend Andre, the guy who made the logos for the Cloud Native Nordics, and he put up this kind of screen design, and he wanted to have now from you guys some feedback. Is this the right direction, or should it be more fancy? I mean, this is now looking quite nice and clean design, but yeah, should there be some more fancy stuff? And also, well, he was thinking the first page, so he hasn't done yet a design for that, but the first page with the logo, he was thinking to have like a bigger crowd of those Vikings, which will represent every country. And there are maybe more. I mean, there are male and female and yeah, different kind of Vikings. So he was thinking something like that to present. But yeah, I'm just waiting now for feedback, what I can tell him. What do you think about this?
I think this looks really nice. And the idea with the different Vikings and of course representing all the different groups, or at least the male female, would be really great. I think we also did that in the sort of in the beginning. We talked about just having different Vikings with different shirts, sort of matching sort of the country or representing the countries. That would be really cool. But how do we sort of go from where we are now to something like this? Can he also do some front end work maybe, or is he only a designer, sort of graphic?
He's only a designer, so he can't do really front end work. I mean, he can generate an HTML out of that, but that will not help us. So I think we need to talk to some front end guy. I can check with some in my company, but I'm not sure if they have time.
So Jeppe says that he can fix it easily. He just needs time, but he also has no microphone, so he cannot say it himself. But he wrote it in the chat.
Ah, cool.
Okay.
That's awesome. The only thing I'm sort of thinking in is the colors, in terms of the color scheme that we have already sort of been using now with the slide background generation and all that. The pink, purple, gradient stuff. Maybe we should have that sort of in the design, if that's what we sort of decide on. Then these are the colors that we're using. These are the colors that we've been using so far.
I think it's something similar to the layout you're showing right now, but with the color scheme that we already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the logo has also the different color scheme. So I think this is would be very nice to use the same. I will.
Yeah, maybe have just the top bar being that gradient or something like that would be sort of matching the colors and sort of make the connection between what we are sort of showing in our presentations and how our website looks like and all of that. So maybe something like that would be cool.
What about a picture of people to make it more sort of personal and having people relating to the names in a different way? Is that something we consider?
We could, I guess, easily just add something on how the speakers are sort of defined, and just put an option for applying a link to an image somewhere. That should be fairly easy to do, I guess. We can post an issue with that and add that. I'm not sure if it's actually in there already.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we can get from the Git from the Git handle getting the Git picture here. I mean, if somebody has there a picture already, we could show that, or from the speakers bureau of the CNCF. I don't know who is there registered. There are also pictures, so we could get
quite
some.
few, I would say, is registered on the CNCF speakers page. I feel like the pictures is a nice to have, but not like a demand for my sake. I think just the names. Maybe it could be, as I see, we have the title, but maybe if we could get, it should not be that hard to find out like which talks people have given. Like if you can get like a title or something, just to give an idea of like what subjects people would cover or something. So that would be easy to filter out as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think Jeppe also has sort of the you have the country just written instead of the flag down there. That also makes total sense. Jeppe is writing that we have all the data available. We just need to display it. Okay. Cool. I think this is awesome, and it would be really cool if Jeppe has some idea of how to actually implement this in sort of the website, and we should just go ahead and make it a reality. I guess it looks really nice.
Yeah, so I will contact Jeppe. I think from this Figma program you can generate all the necessary images in all different kind of sizes. So I will let Andre do that, and I will contact Jeppe then.
Yeah, that will makes great sense. Awesome.
Am I the only one who can't get the y.dk link to work? I get a default backend 404 when I click it.
Yeah, I get the same thing. Like this is
a certificate that's not.
Oh, yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Caching?
It doesn't work here. First, I got this certificate error, and then I clicked, what the heck, and then it just gave me a default.
This is of course not where it's going to be running.
No.
Whenever we sort of already, we just needed to have a place to show it online, and that's why we put it.
But if you click advanced here and then continue, do you then get anything?
I think Jeppe is writing in the chat that he's going to have a look at this.
Okay.
So yeah, of course, it's Webpack that makes it work from cache for me. So and now it's gone. So yeah, that makes total sense. But yeah, I think back to Oliver, I think that would be super cool if you can have Andre do the color scheme and then contact Jeppe and with sort of the CSS and HTML that he can generate, and we can take it from there. Maybe we could put it up on an issue and sort of being able to track sort of the progress in an issue and follow along. If that makes any sense. If you're here still. But yeah, awesome. I don't. Does anyone else have anything they sort of want to share or missing, needing something we should address?
I'm looking for a non-Mac user that could perhaps generate the Gothenburg background preferably before tomorrow, because we have a meetup tomorrow night, and I would love to have it. But I get like maybe half a rendering whenever I try it. Or either I get nothing. I have some bug.
Yeah, I have the same problem. So if anybody that's not a Mac user could please, go to the GitHub repo and maybe merge my PR, just have a look at it, and then just generate Gothenburg and Aarhus backgrounds. That would be super awesome and helpful. And we have to figure out why.
I want to ask that. Could I get to be like have right access to the organization for climate in Nordics, because I can't merge it right now.
You can't? Okay, I'll have to, I'll set that up afterwards.
Yeah, cool, thanks.
For sure, no problem. Anything else?
Could we find a way of where we wanted to put the getting started guide, where we would put in a link to that, if people think it has kind of a level of maturity where that it's usable?
I think we should put it in the meetups repo, similar to sort of the other guides that are here.
Right.
Yeah, and then link it in the README, like in the top of the README, add a link to the like getting started .markdown, and just
or should we just keep it as it is as a Google Docs document, and then it would be easier, for people to contribute and change?
I think we should have it as a markdown, because that's how we want people to interact with the Cloud Native Nordics, right? We want to interact with PRs to a GitHub repository and stuff.
Okay, then I just need to know that the current version is the one we're going to use, because then I'll convert that maybe during the weekend or something.
I think last time I checked, I thought it looked good enough to publish, and then we will improve it over time.
Yeah. Okay.
I completely agree. So yeah, just add a getting started, starting a meetup group guide, or whatever the name should be. I can't remember your complete title, but something like that, and we can just iterate if there's anything in the PR and have it merged.
Yeah, cool.
And we can put a link
I was thinking,
in the README at the bottom. This is how you get started. Read this guide.
Yes.
I was thinking if we on the front page of the website should have like a calendar of the next 3 meetups or something. I don't know, is it tonight there's one in Aalborg and then tomorrow in Göteborg?
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be awesome to have that information somewhere as well. I think.
And that should be able. We should be able to pull that from the data as well, right?
Yeah, we have all the information. Yeah, we have all the information. We just need to present it on the webpage. So sure. But the only problem is that
we keep that to-do list.
Sorry.
I'm asking Jeppe if we're like keeping note of all the things that we're telling him to fix with the webpage.
You can watch the recording afterwards. But yeah, the only problem is that the data is generated every time we sort of build stuff. So we should probably also look into how we can do this more regularly, so that the data is actually updated more often than just when we merge PRs. But yes, let's just start with having it in there and see how it works, because it would be nice to have an overview of what's actually going on in the different groups over time. But yeah, Henrik, you can create a PR for that on the website's repo, and I guess that would be the easiest way for Jeppe to actually track what he needs to be doing.
Yes, of course. I'll create I have issues to give.
Awesome. All right. Anything else? Actually, Lucas and I submitted a CFP for San Diego about Cloud Native Nordics, and we actually were lucky enough to get it approved. So we will be talking about, this is actually quite, I'm actually not supposed to say it, but I'll just do it anyway, because the schedule will just be announced tomorrow. But we will be talking about how we are sort of trying to build this community in the Nordics, and present stuff about the meetup generator and stuff like that. But you can all help pitch in with whatever you think is cool about being part of this community as well. But we'll probably reach out to you in the organizers channel at some point.
Awesome.
Cool, congrats.
Thanks.
Very great.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So hope Lucas can skip school that week or something. I'm not sure how that works, but we'll figure it out. So okay, I think that's it for. Sorry.
He has managed to skip military service, so that is quite easy to skip school, I think.
Yeah, you know how to work around things.
You can have him remote on stage.
Yeah. Live from university in Finland. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we will call it a day. and we'll see you next month. I can't remember the date, but I'll update the meeting notes with the new dates. And if there's anything, just reach out and use the organizers channel or whatever to get in touch. And again, if you know any front end guy or anything like that, have him help Jeppe do this. That would be cool.
I have one thing that I would like to hear people thought about. Would it make sense if we had some? I mean, we're creating a lot of content here, and we're trying to help each other. And I was thinking, would it be an idea to say, could we create some slides that every group that is starting up, or introductions to, or something like that, could reuse and share?
Yeah. Alan,
So we have some documents in the Google Drive. If you join the Google group for Cloud Native Nordics, you will have access to a Drive folder, and people have started adding like materials, slides, forms, etc. into that folder. So you will get some material just by joining.
Okay.
Yeah,
and there is a Google slide template set as well.
Yes. Alan already did that.
I was thinking, I made, for instance, some introduction to Kubernetes, and I mean, it's something that would be relevant in most meetup groups to have some sort of introduction to Helm or Kubernetes or Prometheus. And instead of wasting a lot of time doing the same stuff, maybe we could make a Cloud Native Nordic slide deck on Prometheus or Kubernetes, or
I was thinking more in terms of one-on-one presentations and getting people up to speed.
Yeah, because I mean, those would be the ones that could be used the most times, right? I mean, if you do a deep dive in CRDs, that might not be something everybody would want to do. But I mean, I think at least we should get everybody on board. So 101s would be maybe a good place to start.
Yeah, if we could probably create a repo of some kind that will sort of hold stuff like that, where we can just commit whenever we have sort of a good introduction to something, we could add them there. And I guess if you, I guess also for other organizers to be able to take this, I don't know, if we did a deep dive on, we let's say we take in Falco as a project, and we just try to do that, we can create a 101 and then share it with the rest of the organizers to actually be able to use that in their group without having the actual sort of experience trying it out, because maybe there's some interesting things around that. We did this in Aarhus as well, where we actually asked our attendees or sort of our members of the group to choose a project from the CNCF and do a 10-15 minutes presentation on one of the CNCF projects that they themselves could choose, and just basically read the README, try the sort of the example demo, and show that. And then we had 6 projects in a night. I think something like that is also really cool to do, and this could be a way to actually sort of getting these slides, 101 slides created maybe.
Yeah. And also, I mean, when people do slides, they usually do it with a theme of either where they work or, a personal theme. We could do, just like we did the hackathon, that was basically a lot of people coming together to make this happen. We could make these slides with a Cloud Native Nordic theme, like it's born here, it's owned by Cloud Native Nordics. So it's not like when I do a talk, it's Pragma themed, or when you do a talk, it's Lunaway themed. But we could do these 101s where we say, maybe have one slide at the end saying people who contributed to this slide deck, and then name them across Cloud Native Nordics, something like that, so that it's more like.
Henrik, could we talk to about this afterwards to see if the templates that are already there, if they're usable for that purpose, or if they need to be changed somehow? Because the idea was actually to do something that was Cloud Native owned and branded.
Yes, awesome. I would love to.
Yeah, but again, I have using them myself, but that's a different story if somebody else is using them. So if you have something, we could try to work on that together. That would be awesome.
Yes. Let's have a hangout afterwards.
Okay.
Awesome. Cool. Anything else? No. Not hearing anything. All right. So thank you for attending this community call today, and we will talk to you next month. I'll see you next month. And have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye.
You too.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye.
Yeah. Mine.
Bye.
Thank you.